Back home, and the Premier in waiting, Jay Weatherill, has warned union leaders not to expect a dramatic rollback of budget cuts. He says Labor is changing leader, not government. The man he'll replace, Mike Rann, will quit politics early next year, and he hasn't ruled out leaving South Australia to pursue future work.
The teacher and his students. Mike Rann says he wants to mentor Jay Weatherill, but at the opening of the Woodville Gardens Super School, the star pupil wasn't alone.
I'm standing here today with many of South Australia's future leaders and high achievers.
The crowd of present, future and overlooked premiers is proving a difficult image for the government to manage. Media weren't formally invited to this event, unlike a similar opening a fortnight ago.
Well, here you are. Good to see you.
It's no secret as far as I'm concerned. I mean, this opening has been on for some time.
I'm more than happy for you to be here, and you seem to have found your way here.
Jay Weatherill is finding ways of defining his premiership.
We'll look into the word inclusion. I stand for principles of openness.
But with the job not yet vacant, Mr Weatherill won't openly say what he'll do differently or whether he'll dump some of his predecessors' budget cuts.
We have a change of leader, we don't have a change of government, and so government decisions will continue.
And they'll continue with Mr Rann on the backbench. He'll delay his retirement from politics until the new year to spare his constituents a pre-Christmas by-election.
I'm likely to stay on for a little time just to basically to avoid that happening. I think that would be really selfish.
Mr Rann has consistently told voters he'd stay until at least 2014, despite knowing he'd quit by March next year.
If I'd named a date, one, it would have been wrong, and secondly, I would have then been lame duck for 2 years, and that wouldn't have been good as Premier.
The opposition has spent the past week making the most of Labor's leadership, but its own leader is on holidays for the next week.
Isabel made the arrangements to go to Queensland many weeks ago when nobody knew what was going to happen on this particular week.
Mike Rann will soon have plenty of time to travel and may head overseas.
I would imagine that South Australia will be our base, but I can imagine it being involved in causes elsewhere as well.
But he says he hasn't sought or been offered a government posting. Nick Harmson, ABC News, Adelaide.